Welcome to the Winning in Business podcast. I'm your host, Kelli Risse, and I love talking to business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are winning in business. Are you ready to reach your next level of success? If so, join us on the Winning in Business podcast as I interview entrepreneurs, business professionals, and leaders who share how they've risen to success. Before we begin, go ahead, hit subscribe and the notification button so you'll be notified each time a new episode is released. Plug in and settle in. You're about to be inspired to rise up to your next level of success. Welcome to another episode of Winning in Business and Happy New Year. It is 2024. And so today we are going to talk about goal setting. And this one is just going to be me by myself today. And, let's dive in to make sure that we are set up to continue to win in business this year. So goal setting, I think it's so important that one of the first things we're always doing is checking in on our vision and mission. And when you know exactly what your vision, your mission is for your business, and even for your life, you can have a personal vision and mission as well. It makes everything so much easier because every decision that you make goes back to your vision and your mission. Every time you need to say yes or no to something, go back to your vision and your mission. And is it aligned? Should you say yes or is it a no because it's not aligned? And maybe it's just right now, right? But that if you have a very clear vision and mission, then the rest of your year and what you have laid out and what comes at you, because opportunities will come at you, you will be able to make a clear yes or no based on that. So really important to take some time to dig into your vision and your mission. Who are you serving? What's the impact that you make? What is the magic that you deliver into the world? The next thing is I always highly suggest doing a SWOT analysis. And so a SWOT analysis is where you look at your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this allows you to really get clear on what are you doing well, what is not working well, maybe that you need to let go of, or maybe that it does need to be strengthened. What opportunities are out there that you maybe want to add in, that you feel like that you want to incorporate in, that are new opportunities for you? And then what are some threats, right? Really looking at either the competition, the market, what's going on in the world today, what threats are around you. And it could be something personal that is maybe a threat to your business, to you. And then coming up with a good plan moving forward with that. We also know that goals, when they are put into SMART goals, that is when people achieve them. So SMART goals, the acronym SMART stands for specific. Y'all, our brain works in specifics. So if you use very general language, I want to have more clients. Well, more is one. One is one more than what you just had. So it's very important to be very specific. What do you want your revenue to be? How many people are you prospecting a week? Are you adding employees? How many? What marketing, specific marketing will you do? Just make sure that you are specific about your goals. Do you want to grow 10%, 20%, 30%? Put some numbers on it. The M stands for measurable, because what your goals are, they need to be measurable. And you also need to know what metrics you're going to use to measure it. So how will you know if you've improved by 10%, 20%, whatever? What are you going to use to track that? And then to make sure that you have the tracking system and that you're inputting the data into it. Also, are your goals achievable? Now, this one I feel like is a little bit tricky, because sometimes we get stuck in the achievable, and that makes us make our goals small because we don't have the belief that we can achieve the big goals. And so then we start shrinking back on our goals. So this is really an area that, yes, you need to stretch yourself. And you need to know that you're not going from here to, gazillion, if that's, totally unrealistic, right? Because the next one, the R, is for realistic. So achievable and realistic, highly, highly recommend that you make sure that maybe someone from the outside is looking in with you on this to see, are you limiting yourself? And are these achievable and realistic? Because our mindset, if we have money limitations, we're going to limit ourselves. If we do not trust ourselves, if we do not trust others, if we do not trust the world, we're going to limit ourselves. So it's really important. Mindset plays a big part into this, into achievable and realistic. And then time bound. Make sure that you put a time on it. Some of your goals are going to be short term. They're going to have a very, like a quick date. Some are going to be midterm and some will be long term. You'll probably have a variety in there of your goals. You can also look at your goals should answer, what does the business need to do to win in the market? And so when you think of that, what does your business do to need to win in the market? What's popping up to you? Now go and make those into goals. So that's a really good way to look at that question, and even to start with when you're starting your goals. And then, something that I think is equally as important as having written goals, having, what key results are you looking for? What are your objectives to get there? And really then the how gets put in place. But who do you need to be to achieve these goals is also a very important question, because who got you to where you are probably going to need to elevate yourself to get to the next place. And so who do you need to be? What needs to needs to be even more activated, more strong, more empowered for you to be to reach your goals? And then start living into that now. Act as if. Right? That's always something that's so important. Act as if. We always want to do it first. I'll be confident when, I'll, do whatever when. No, act as if now, and then the rest will come as you practice. What resources do you need? Make a list of your resources so that you know what specific things you need, and also who will hold you accountable and help you see your blind spots. Because we all know that the accountability piece, focus, follow through, being accountable for our actions, making sure we have those habits tight that are going to get us to our goals is key. And if you are someone that you need a coach, which I feel like all of us do as business owners. I haven't met one that said, no, I don't need a coach. Everyone that I know, because we all have blind spots and we all need to be held accountable for things. And sometimes we get in our own way. And so it's important to have someone do that. So who's going to hold you accountable? Are you in a mastermind? Do you have a coach? Do you have an accountability partner? What does that look like for you? But make sure you have it set up, and make sure you have it ready to go, and make sure that you trust these people to make sure that they help you see your blind spots, right? I also encourage you to make sure that whoever your accountability person that you are working with also has done work, right? Because an accountability person, a coach, they can only take you as far as you've gone. And so make sure that they've done the work and are doing the work also themselves, because then you know that you two will just be moving forward together. So those are the things that I feel like is important in setting goals, winning in business, and really just taking the time to do it. The other thing that I did that I just loved, I did this January 1st, actually. I sat down and I wrote myself a prophecy letter. And my prophecy letter, I dated it 12/31/2024. And everything that I put in there, it was written as if I'd already accomplished it. So it's written as if we've done it. We are congratulating ourselves on all the things that we did, and writing that. I included all areas of my life. I included my relationships. I included my health. I included my spirituality, my business goals, all of those were a part of my prophecy letter. And I'm so looking forward to reading it. And the important thing about doing this is when you write it, when you take it to like your hand to paper, you are putting it out there into the world. If it stays in your mind, it's not getting out there. When it gets down on paper, literally you are putting it out there. You are telling the universe, this is what you want. This is what you will achieve. And then watch the universe work for you. Watch things start to happen because it will. You will see opportunities spring up. You will see ways that your goals are being met for you, all because you put it down on paper. So highly recommend doing the prophecy letter, and then we can get them out at the end of the year and read them and be even more proud of all the things that came true for us this year and all the goals that we hit. All right, so that's how I start my year, with some goal setting and what I do. And if you have any questions about that or comments, comment below, share, like, hey, subscribe to this channel. If you are on YouTube, would love for you to subscribe and share it with a friend. And this year I'm going to be having even more guests on, sharing how they are winning in business, so we can continue to listen to others, get golden nuggets from each other, and so that we can continue on our mission to make an impact and to keep really improving the world, and with that, improving ourselves and winning and keep winning in business. All right, everyone, have a great one. Rise up and live, and I will see you next week on our next episode. Thank you for being a part of the Winning in Business podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to rise up to your next level of success, but are worried about increased stress, time for work and yourself and your family, not to mention being exhausted, I'd like to invite you to a complimentary strategy call where I'll show you how you can do it all. I'll help you reclaim time, keep your sanity, handle the chaos with ease, and move to the next level of success that you deserve and desire. I hope you found value in listening today. Please always leave your comments, feedback, or questions. We check them all. I want you to continue winning in business and reach your next level of success. See you next time.